Next on the bench is a Pioneer, beautiful Pioneer, powerful Pioneer. A Pioneer sa-8800. This is what it looks like. The owner bought this used and had it for about 2 months. He's saying that everything is working on this, but he says he's getting some clipping halfway up. This is about an 80 watts per channel, and it's pretty powerful. This was the one owner as well when he bought it, so now it's the second owner. But anyways, we're gonna hook this up, see what we found with this. Okay, so we're going to power this on so we can actually see both channels here, and I've also got it hooked up on AC volts on one of the speaker terminals, so we'll be able to monitor scope and the multimeter all together. So we're going to crank this up a bit. I'm at half right now. Half is giving me 3.2. Both channels are equal. And the multimeter is telling me that I have 3.5 volts. That's RMS. Okay, so let's go up a little higher. Here, I got 12.72. I can crank this up as much as I want to. Now I have both channels, one on top of each other. Let's see how I do have distortion here. Distortion is at 31 RMS. Let's kick this back down to about 27.8. I am measuring 26.4. Both channels are equal on that, eh? Check that out. And according to the watt meter, I'm all the way up to max. And they're telling me that if I bring this to 10 volts right there, I can go between 9 and 11 from one notch, and I should be, the digital analog meter on the amplifier should be about 10 watts per channel. And if I bring it lower at 9, it's a bit high right now, but we can set that as well. We can set that as what they are recommending on the service manual. Okay, so I didn't see any distortion or clipping at half. Could have checked the DC voltage though, eh? We could have definitely done that. Maybe the clipping is the DC voltage is on the left channel it's quite high. If I bring this down to about half, I'm getting about 578. This is DC voltage, on the speaker terminal. I think we can bring this down to quite a bit. On neutral, I'm sitting at 111 millivolts, so that is truly too high for DC voltage on the speaker terminal, but we can set that as well. So if you have a Pioneer sa-8800, this video could be an interesting video, and we're just about to open this up and see what's inside this. So let's do it. Okay. Okay, I'll get you guys closer. This monster amplifier is made of. Check out the transformer is huge. There goes there's my relay. Right down here is my power supply. This is where I'm getting all my power for this amplifier. Check out the filter capacitors. There's 4 of them. And if you check these emitter resistors, there's 1 emitter resistor per output. So how many emitter resistor do you count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 output transistors attached to this heatsink. It is quite powerful, isn't it? And there's the inside. I do have some orange caps that I will be checking. It kind of looks like there was something drop here. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're just going to service this and we'll see what we can find in here. So let's do it. Now I'm going to take the bottom out of this. And these are the outputs that I was talking to you about. All of them. There's 8 of them. And I know these are all in good shape because my dim bulb did not detect any short at all. So it's all in all, it's going to be a really good project. We're going to be checking for some soldering, especially around the heated area. We'll do that right now. And everything that I found on this, I will be sharing this with you. Since this amplifier is running really high voltage, I am going to check. Remember the 4 filter capacitors. I know they're holding charge, and before I put in my capacitor wizard on here, I'm going to have to discharge this. Okay, so there's 1 volt on that one. See, there's 45 volts here. 44 and 44. Not sure where there's only 1 volt on this one. I will be checking this filter capacitor. Not sure why there's no voltage on that, but I need to discharge this before we do anything. So all I'm using is this one here. It has a resistor, 150 ohm resistor on here. So the 150 ohm resistor will discharge the voltage stored in these big capacitors. It'll dissipate the energy through heat, so you'll be able to work on this safely. Again, like if you check these 4 capacitors, if they hold 40 volts each, that's well over 100 volts. So you really need to be careful with this. So all I'm doing now is discharging these capacitors, and once they're discharged, it's safe to go in there without any damaging any of the equipments or even the amplifier. Okay. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, I'm gonna get my iron. I do have to retouch some of these. I'm starting to see a crown around it, so just to probably not causing any issue right now, but for further down the road, I think I should do that. Okay, so the bottom part here looks pretty good. There are a few capacitors that I'd like to check. So I'll bring the wizard on deck. I really don't suspect any of these caps to fail on me. This is not that old of an amp, so they're still acting good. Good. That's good. Yeah, they're testing okay, so I'm not even going to bother getting rid of those. Good cap. These are all good caps. Yeah, that's good. Checked all these over there as well, and these are all good. The customer was a little worried about his filter capacitor. There's 4 of them on here. He thought maybe he wanted to change those, but these are 12,000 microfarad capacitors, and I'm going to check those. And they're actually measuring super nicely. ESR is 0.6. It's super good. Here's the next one. And the very last one. $11,000. These capacitors are 12,000. There's no worries at all about these capacitors. These are good to go. I'm just gonna take this out of there just to inspect this. It is quite dusty as well. There is a few that I need to retouch. You guys to take a look at this. This is you see these trimmer pods here, and the blue ones are going to be for the DC voltage. So we are going to put the DC voltage, or adjust this to 0 on both channels, and the other 4 trimmer pods, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, set the bias on this, and I will get the service manual. I'm going to power this on. I'm going to let this run for about a good 10 minutes, and then I'm going to come back with the results on the bias. I'm pretty sure the bias is probably set to about 50 millivolts. Could even be higher. This is a powerful amp, eh? And okay guys, I'm going to kick this back, and I'm going to start putting this back together. I'm all done servicing this. This is working really nicely. And it was actually getting a bit warm, so everything is working great with this. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a sound test with this and see how many watts per channel I'm actually getting with this. I should be getting about 80 watts per channel with this. So I'm already set up, so I'm going to bring you guys closer, and let's check this out. Crank this up, and you can see my meter. You can see my scope reacting really well with this. Okay. And I'm under an 8 ohm load. And I'm clipping there. So I was clipping at actually 30 RMS. So, but I'm gonna bring this back. There's no distortion right now. on my scope, and I'm reading 26.4. These channels are equal as well. So 26.4 should give me approximately 80 watts per channel, and that's what I'm reading on the digital meter. So I am going to kick this back. And like you said, the customer was telling me that I was getting, I don't know, he was getting clipping around half, but I don't see that on the scope at all. I've got it, this is at half right there, right? And half is giving me about 1 watts per channel. So everything is working really nicely. I am playing with the bass right now, the tremble. I don't see any activity either on the scope. Like these buttons are really nice and clean. There's my balance. I should have given you an example of the balance. Here it is. There's the balance. There's my left channel, my right channel, and then the other one is my left channel. Everything is working really great. Here is my loudness. My loudness is working great. There's my mute button. My mute button is working great. Okay. So everything is working as it should with this. So I'm going to put this back together. And if you like the video, thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it.